ही बड़ा खाने का मन है।
वाह क्या स्वाद!
असली स्वाद तो MDH दही वड़ा रायता मसाले से ही आता है।
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Time now for the nation's sharpest opinion. And today has been a really big day because in the long fight against Maoist terrorism, there has been a huge achievement where 27 dreaded terrorists, Maoist terrorists, have been killed. And the most important thing is this includes Nambala Keshava Rao, alias Basavaraju. This man has been the General Secretary of the CPI Maoists, which is among the senior most positions among this Maoist terrorist cadre. He is the backbone of the Maoist terrorist movement. And this is the first time in 3 decades of Bharat's battle against Maoist terrorism that a General Secretary ranked leader has been neutralized by our forces. The visuals are also there of his after he's been killed. Now, viewers, I'm celebrating today what has happened to these Maoist terrorists. I'm celebrating, and you should be celebrating too, what has happened today. And I want you to remember that in the JNU campus, when there was a massacre of our paramilitary forces, at that time there had been a celebration on the campus, I'm told. There are groups in this country who have celebrated when the soldiers fighting Maoist terrorism have been killed. These are urban Naxal forces. These are the overground workers of Maoist terrorism. Today we celebrate with these men bravely fighting in the jungles of Central and South India. And we remember and we pay homage to all those who were killed in the Gadchiroli landmine blast, in the Sukma Bijapur ambush, in the Bijapur IED attack, in the Sukma IED attack, and the 2010 massacre of 76 CRPF jawans in Dantewada. You see, viewers, these battles are fought far, far away from the urban centers. And therefore, there is a narrative which is put out which makes it look like the Indian state is fighting people who Arundhati Roy tried to call Gandhians with guns. Where are you today, Arundhati Roy? You don't have the courage? Come face me. Have a debate on this subject. And say to the people of this country today, are you still a supporter of Maoist terrorism? In fact, we must ask everyone today, are you, any of you, supporters of Maoist terrorism? And my challenge to the supporters of Maoist terrorism is that they do not hide in the cubby holes of some university faculty of social sciences, pretending to be working in the library when they are working against national interest. If you are an overground worker of a terrorist force, or you are a believer in a terrorist ideology, or you believe in armed insurrection against the Indian state, and if this gives you some kind of perverse pleasure, or even a false sense of significance, then I believe that you should be in jail, you should be in bars, you should not be a free person in this country, and this country should not be tolerant towards you. Because this long rope that has been given, this long rope, is detrimental to national interest. And the Congress won't like it, but when the Congress party was in power, there were people in the National Advisory Council. I want to know whether any of these people were soft towards what they saw as Gandhians with guns. Did they believe in the Arundhati Roy kind of perverse logic as well? When we speak the opposite point of view, when we tell them, no, national interest first, then they try to threaten us. They say, we'll file lawsuits against you. When we put out groups like Nationalist Collective and we say, no more will the tyranny of hypocritical political parties who are not for national interest continue anymore, they say, no, we will fight you with lawsuits. We will put you in jail. We will shut down Republic. We will target Arnab Goswami. We will put lawsuits against you. We will threaten you. First you answer my questions. I have so many questions. But today my basic question is, why have previous governments not done what Amit Shah and Narendra Modi are doing today? Is it not possible for one of the most powerful countries in the world to tackle urban Naxals or Maoist terror groups? No, it's because a long rope has been given. And today I commend and congratulate Amit Shah that every single day today, Union Home Minister Amit Shah is working hard to complete his determined promise, because it is very difficult to put timelines to such huge targets. But he has said, by March 31st, 2026, I will complete my elimination of Maoist terrorism. Now, this is the kind of purposeful, straight, target-oriented language the country needs to hear. So let me play what Amit Shah said.
मैं सबसे पहले एक बात इस सदन में जिम्मेदारी के साथ बताना चाहता हूं, 21 मार्च 2026 को इस देश से नक्सलवाद समाप्त। और मैं जो बोल रहा हूं, इसके पीछे नरेंद्र मोदी सरकार के 10 साल का परिश्रम, बारीक आयोजन, इनकी विकास की भूख संतोषने के लिए किए गए प्लानिंग और पैसों का आवंटन है। और सुरक्षा ग्रिड को एक भी जगह गैप न रह जाए, इस तरह से अपने पुख्ता।
And ladies and gentlemen, that is the kind of focus that you need. That is leadership. It has been possible to do this. But the problem is you cannot end Maoist terrorism if the people who support Maoist terrorism are free. You're going to kill and eliminate and jail those people who are in the forest. But what about those in the campuses? What about those roaming around in a shopping mall next to you? What about the sleeper cells of Maoist terrorism? What about the ideologues of Maoist terrorism? What about the skeletal and financial structure of Maoist terrorism? What about the foreign support to Maoist terrorism? What about the people who say, oh, we have to be nuanced about it? Rubbish nuanced about it. There can be nothing nuanced about butchering 76 CRPF personnel in cold blood and then celebrating on a university campus saying, well done. It's a victory. You see, when these people have hot chai in a government-sponsored university and samosas and celebrate the butchering of CRPF personnel, my blood boils. Unfortunately, we are the generation, ladies and gentlemen, that has lived through that India and is now living through this India, and we say, thank God for that. You cannot be a Viksit Bharat where people on government funding and fellowship sit in a JNU campus having samosas and chai and celebrating the killing of our men in uniform. And then there will be people around them calling themselves professors or whatever in that age, saying that this is all our intellectual pursuit. This is not revolution, this is terrorism, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not call it by any other name when you butcher civilians, ambush soldiers, bomb schools and attack police stations. Because any ideology that needs improvised explosive devices instead of ideas has forfeited the right to be called political. It is lethal. It is terrorism. It is not political, because from Dantewada to Sukma, these are landmines, ambushes, human shields, methods that align with the worst forms of Al-Qaeda terrorism, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how you people call Maoist revolutionaries or Gandhians with guns. They are not. It's like calling Osama bin Laden a disillusioned idealist. Ladies and gentlemen, these people are frauds. And they are weak frauds, because they can't face us. They can't face the nationalists. Not anymore in this country. So they hunt around. They have small clubs. They meet over gin and tonic in their last decadent corners of Lutyens Delhi or somewhere else. And they talk about changing the country. Ladies and gentlemen, this country will change when you end Maoist terrorism. As far as the Communist Party of India is concerned, I don't know, I hope this is not a right statement, but if it is, If D. Raja has indeed put it out, then I think we need to question what D. Raja is doing or what's gone wrong with him. He has put out a statement condemning the cold-blooded killing of a Maoist leader. What Maoist leader? How do you call a terrorist a leader? Which election has he fought? What is his mass support? He roams around with guns, he collects money, he has a good time, he terrorizes innocent people, he fights against the Indian state. He's not a leader, he's a terrorist. Watch your language, Communist Party of India, if indeed you've done this. Because if you've done this, if you're supporting terrorism, then you need to face the questions of republic as well. I hope you will. I'm sure you'll have to. Ladies and gentlemen, let's resolve to finish Maoists. Let's debate.
On 21st of March this year, Union Home Minister Amit Shah made a promise to the nation.
मैं सबसे पहले एक बात इस सदन में जिम्मेदारी के साथ बताना चाहता हूं, 21 मार्च 2026 को इस देश से नक्सलवाद समाप्त। और मैं जो बोल रहा हूं, इसके पीछे नरेंद्र मोदी सरकार के 10 साल का परिश्रम, बारीक आयोजन, इनकी विकास की भूख संतोषने के लिए किए गए प्लानिंग और पैसों का आवंटन है। और सुरक्षा ग्रिड को एक भी जगह गैप न रह जाए, इस तरह से हमने पुख्ता किया है।
On Wednesday, the forces took a giant stride towards fulfilling that promise. Relentless in their pursuit and sensing blood, the forces eliminated 27 Maoists in a fierce encounter in the Narayanpur-Bijapur border of Chhattisgarh. Among the slain Maoists was a prized scalp. Basavaraju, alias Nambala Keshava Rao, a top Maoist terrorist who attracted a bounty of 1 crore rupees, was eliminated in the encounter. While Amit Shah hailed the landmark achievement, Prime Minister Modi renewed his pledge to end red terror and set the course for peace and progress.
आज दिनांक 21 मई को प्रातः 7-8 बजे से अनेक बार डीआरजी टीम से माओवादी के बीच में मुठभेड़ हुई। मुठभेड़ के उपरांत इलाका का सर्चिंग के दौरान कुल 27 माओवादियों का डेड बॉडी बरामद की गई थी। इसमें सीपीएम माओवादी जनरल सेक्रेटरी बसवराजू उर्फ बीआर दादा का डेड बॉडी भी शामिल है। मुठभेड़ स्थल से AK-47, SLR, इंसास, कार्बाइन एवं अन्य काफी बड़ी संख्या में आर्म्स अम्युनिशन भी बरामद की गए थे।
The operation stood out as a big personal victory for Amit Shah, as he has been resolute in his mission to root out red terror from the country. According to an official release, the number of Maoists killed till March this year stood at 90. Saluting the forces, Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Vishnu Dev Sai says that the state is on course to end red terror by the 31st of March 2026.
3 दिनों से नक्सली ऑपरेशन चल रहा है और जिसमें हमारे डीआरजी के जवान मुख्य रूप से लगे हुए हैं और अभी ऑपरेशन चल ही रहा है और हम अपने जवानों के साहस को नमन करते हैं। अच्छी सफलता लगातार मिल रही है।
As the forces inflict another heavy blow on Maoists, the gory run of red terror is about to end.
What a great day today. I would like to congratulate everyone, Sanju Verma, Ratan Sharda. I think we have with us Will Matthews. Congratulations, Mr. Matthews. Congratulations to C. Rajshekharan. Congratulations to Abid Mir Magami. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Raman Malik. Congratulations to all the people of the country for this fantastic victory and continuous victory. You see, Will Matthews, you are an advocate in the Supreme Court of India. I think this is the right way. It's very good. It's very quick. And it's very decisive. There's no time wasting out here. They'll all be killed. And once many of them are killed, many more actually surrender. And then many more give up arms. So 27 have been killed, which is great. But the important thing, Mr. Matthews, is that 54 have been arrested and 84 of these Maoists surrendered. The moment this happened, they're all surrendering now. So, I'm sure that you also would be very happy at this unprecedented victory against red terrorism. I'd like to start with your thoughts, Mr. Matthews.
Good evening, all. My first feeling is this: it is the primary duty of the state to protect the life, liberty, and property of its citizens at any cost. There is no doubt about that. Even I can go to the extent saying that in case of a conflict between the life of a citizen and the life of the country, life of the country matters. I mean, we the people of India. There is no dispute about that. At the same time, I have to say that there is a procedure established by law and rule of law that is also equally important. I'm saying so because to ensure that there are no cases of false implication. At the same time, we are not in a position to say how our brother, sister, BSF or police personnel who are fighting in the borders, what they should do or what they should not do. So my only concern is this: whatever in the best interest of the country, that is always appreciated, that is definitely welcome. At the same time, in the best interest of rule of law, given a chance, they should be caught live, and they should face the trial, and they should be.
You are asking for rule of law for a terrorist.
How do you catch a lie?
You are asking for the rule of law for a terrorist. What rule of law does the terrorist follow?
10 guns and machine guns. How do you catch them alive? Can you please tell me? What should CRPF do? Put flowers on the tray, take them to Naxals and ask them to surrender? When they are using most lethal weapons, are you supposed to seek their surrender? Is it possible? Has it not been done? They have surrendered in hundreds, but they have surrendered on the will, not on the war front when the war against state is happening. That's not that when they surrender. Remember how the Congress leaders were killed in 2013? 27 top leaders simply killed from the root and nothing could be done. Remember 2010 when these same Naxals celebrated killing of the CRPF jawans? So these people are bloodless people who kill innocents when they go to schools. They kill people who build roads, who build bridges.
No,
how do you solve the problem? Tell me.
No, Mr. Will Matthews,
Mr.
Matthews,
please come surrender because we are doing something good.
No, Mr. Matthews, the argument that you put here is that you should be compassionate, there should be rule of law, you should think about the human rights of these terrorists, you must take them to a court of law, make sure that taxpayers give them biryani, that they have a lovely time, and you can build a campaign for them. Now, I'm going to tell you something about this man who has been killed.
Kangaroo courts where innocent citizens are killed.
No, I'll tell you one example. Ratanji, this man, Basavaraju, in 2013, there was a Latehar ambush in Jharkhand. Will Matthews, listen to me, please. A CRPF soldier was killed. This man, who you are defending, he cut open the stomach of the CRPF Jawan, and inside the belly of the CRPF Jawan, he put a photosensitive improvised explosive device, so that when rescue teams come, there will be another explosion and they will die. He cuts open the bodies of dead soldiers and puts bombs inside them. Are you understanding? Because you are a human rights lawyer, Will, right?
Yes.
Are you understanding? Yes. Are you understanding? So when you come and say, oh, we must treat him with respect, he is rule of law. What are you talking about?
What about citizens' rights?
What are you people talking? What do you people say? Will, what are you people on? Which world are you in? It's over. That country is over.
Question?
Yes. You want to ask me?
I will answer that question.
You want to answer my question? Yes, answer.
Number one. Yes, I will answer that. My point is this. Every effort should be taken. It is not mandatory because rule of law is equally important. I'm on the point of supremacy of the Constitution.
Will you lead the delegation?
These are theoretical things.
As simple
This does not. See, no. 1 minute. Okay. Ratan Shah. Okay, Ratan.
To get the surrender of the Naxals, please ask him.
No.
Simple question. Will he lead the delegation to get the surrender of the Naxals?
No. I put it more simply to him. Ratan Shah. The more simply. And everyone on, I'm coming to you, Sanju. I'm coming to everyone. This has got a long debate. You see, I follow the law, right? So I can ask for rule of law. 1 minute. Okay. You break the law. You break the law repeatedly and you say, my purpose is to break India. But when arrested, you cry uncle and you say, save me under rule of law, under the Constitution of India. But Sanju, these people don't believe in the Constitution of India at all. They don't believe in India. But they quote the laws of India when they are caught.
Exactly.
There's no logic here. Yeah.
Thank you. Arnab, first and foremost, I want to applaud your channel for actually discussing this topic because I think it's very important. The statement made by Union Home Minister Amit Shah that come 31st March 2026, Bharat will be Naxal free. I think this is a huge statement because don't forget, Arnab, the Naxalbari movement started originally from West Bengal in 1967. Now, between 1967 and 2014, for 47 long years, who was in power in India for the largest and longest time? It was the Congress party. The Congress, unfortunately, did not have the willpower or the courage of conviction to take head-on left-wing extremism. And very quickly, in 10 seconds, I will just reinforce this for the benefit of your audience. 2010, we had 447 Naxal-infested districts in India. 2013, that number was still at 329. Come 2017, Naxal-infested districts under the aegis of Prime Minister Modi fell sharply to 126. Come 2018, the number came down to 9090, 2021 70, and guess what? Today we have only 38 Naxal-infested districts, and the number of districts which are of special concern, those have fallen from more than 500 in the last 11 years to just 6. There are just 6 districts in India, primarily in Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, some parts of Maharashtra and Chhattisgarh, which are special areas of concern. So the Modi government has done a phenomenal job. In fact, I'm told that in the last 11 years, 8,000 Naxalites have surrendered. In the last 1 year, 294 Naxalites were neutralized, 1,100 were arrested, and in the last 1 year alone, 881 Naxalites voluntarily surrendered. So my simple point is this. We have taken Naxal violence head on. But Arnab, I want to tell you something. There are people who are now glorifying Basavaraju, alias Keshava Rao, who was neutralized today, along with 27 others. They are saying, oh, you know what? Basavaraju was a engineering student from REC Warangal. This is the same cabal which said Burhan Wani was a poor headmaster's son. This is the same cabal which said Yaqub Memon, who killed more than 257 people in the 1993 Mumbai blast, was a chartered accountant. This is the same cabal which glorified Osama bin Laden by saying, oh, you know, he was a renowned theologist. So my limited point is that Chhattisgarh, Odisha, Maharashtra, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, which were breeding grounds of left-wing extremism, thanks to the incompetence and the lack of political will on the Congress party's part to tackle Naxalite terror. Finally, the Modi government has done the needful. The Modi government ने वो कर दिखाया जो कांग्रेस पार्टी 4-5 दशकों तक, for 4 or 5 decades, Congress had the chance and they closed their eyes. वो जो होते हैं ना गांधी जी के 3 बंदर, ना कुछ देखा, ना कुछ सुना, ना कुछ बोला. Congress was snoozing at the wheel, and I'm so glad we today decided that 31st March 2026 India will be Naxal-free Bharat. Kudos to Prime Minister Modi, kudos to Union Home Minister Amit Shah, and kudos Arnab to the NIA. The NIA has done a brilliant job in identifying, tracking, and ensuring that our CRPF martyrs, their deaths are avenged. Don't forget, Basavaraju killed 76 people in 2010 in Dantewada. He killed 22 people in Sukma in 2022. He killed the TDP MLA Sarveshwara Rao in 2010. And these are, the Congress Darbari ecosystem who are still saying, why did we have to neutralize Basavaraju? Why did we have to kill those 27 Naxalites? Could we not just have arrested them? Could we not just have apprehended them? भाई साहब, जब दांतेवाड़ा में 76 सीआरपीएफ के जवानों को ये नक्सलियों ने गोली मार के हत्या कर दी, तब आप कहां थे? That time you did not talk about the law of the land. Today suddenly you feel that Basavaraju should not have been neutralized. Those 27 Naxalites should not have been killed. आपके पेट में नक्सलियों के लिए इतना दर्द क्यों है? आपके पेट में अर्बन नक्सलियों के लिए भी दर्द है, माओइस्ट के लिए भी दर्द है. सॉरी,
पहलगाम में कहां थे
भाई साहब? दांतेवाड़ा में जब सीआरपीएफ के जवानों को मारा गया तब
जब कोटवा हुआ तब कहां थे आप? जब पांथाकोट हुआ तब कहां थे आप? जब पुलवामा हुआ तब कहां थे आप?
22 सीआरपीएफ के जवानों को उनको गोली मार के हत्या कर दी, तब आपके मुंह में क्या दही जम गया था? See, basically you are a radical Islamist. You don't believe in rule of the law. You don't believe in the constitution. You have a very convenient memory. Will you condemn your jihadi brothers responsible for the Pahalgam terror attack? जी नहीं. Your icons are Yaqub Memon. Your icons are Osama bin Laden. You say Burhan Wali should not have been neutralized because he was a poor headmaster's son.
Okay, 1 minute. Sanju. I want to ask him one question. एक मिनट. ये जो चिल्ला रहे हैं इधर आबिद मीर मगामी. गुड इवनिंग आबिद, कैसे हो? ठीक हो ना? मैं तो सवाल पूछ रहा हूँ आपको.
बिल्कुल पूछ रहा हूँ.
अच्छी बात. आप एक बात बताओ, आप जो इतना बोल रहे हो, जब 2018 में सुकमा अटैक हुई थी वहां पे आप लोग कहाँ थे? गढ़चिरौली में लैंडमाइन ब्लास्ट हुई थी, आप लोग कहाँ थे? दांतेवाड़ा में आईडी ब्लास्ट हुई थी, आप लोग कहाँ थे?
आप बीजेपी की तरफ से बोल रहे
हैं? जब आपके प्रधानमंत्री
आप बीजेपी की तरफ से
मैं अपनी तरफ से बोल रहा हूँ. मैं राष्ट्र की तरफ से मैं बोल रहा हूँ.
आप बीजेपी के
मैं नेशन के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से बोल रहा हूँ.
मुझे आप बताओ, पुलवामा में कहां थे? जब पांथाकोट हुआ तब कहां थे? जब कोठवा हुआ तब कहां थे? और
बालाकोट के समय आप कहां थे? सबूत मांग रहे थे उस समय. आज भी मांगो, सबूत देते हैं आपको. आपको सबूत चाहिए तो देते हैं आपको सबूत.
एक टीम की चद्दर के पीछे से पत्थर फेंकने वालों के साथ थे.
मुझे बताइए, अमित शाह जी ने कहा था कि हम आजाद कश्मीर के लिए जान भी दे सकते हैं, पीओके के लिए, जब हमारी फौज सक्षम थी उसको.
आजाद कश्मीर का नाम क्यों लिया आपको? पीओके बोलो. पाकिस्तानी लैंग्वेज यूज कर रहे हो प्रोग्राम पे.
पाकिस्तान की रोटी खा.
पाकिस्तानी लैंग्वेज यूज कर रहे हो प्रोग्राम पे. किसकी आजाद कश्मीर
देते हो? पाकिस्तानी को
ठीक लैंग्वेज यूज करो.
पाकिस्तानी को
ठीक लैंग्वेज यूज करो. खबरदार.
प्लेटफॉर्म दे रहे हो. पाकिस्तानी को आप प्लेटफॉर्म दे रहे हो. आप भूल गए?
अभी देखो आबिद,
आपको पता है आपने
अभी देखो आबिद,
प्लेटफॉर्म दिया. आपको पता है 22 अप्रैल से आपने कितने पाकिस्तानी को प्लेटफॉर्म दिया? क्यों दिया? टीआरपी हासिल करने के लिए.
आप अभी पाकिस्तान प्रोपेगेंडा मेरे प्रोग्राम में क्यों करेंगे आबिद?
आपको किसने इजाजत
किस देश का पासपोर्ट है आपके पास? किस देश का पासपोर्ट है? किस देश का पासपोर्ट है आपके पास?
मुझे बताइए.
एक मिनट रमन, एक मिनट. किस देश का पासपोर्ट है? Which country's passport do you carry? Raman, 1 minute. Raman, 1 minute. Raman, 1 minute, please. Raman, volume down. Abid, which country's passport do you carry?
आपके पास कौन सा है?
Okay, I'll tell you. Now I'm answering you. I carry an Indian passport and I say I am an Indian first and then a Hindu. You also say I'm an Indian first and then a Muslim.
मैं आपको
I carry an Indian passport and I say I'm an Indian first and then a Hindu.
कश्मीर कहां पर है? कश्मीर कहां पर है?
No. You say no. I'm an Indian first. आप बोलिए I'm an Indian first.
कश्मीर कहां पर है?
Say I'm an Indian first.
आप मुझे बताइए कश्मीर.
Say I'm an Indian first.
आप मुझे बताइए कश्मीर कहां पर है?
You can't say I'm an Indian first.
ये तो बोलने की बात है. मैं तो
No. भारत माता की जय छोड़िए. I'm saying, are you an Indian first or not?
ये मुझे.
You're embarrassed to say I am an Indian first.
मैं कहां पर हूं?
You're so uncomfortable because I'm asking you to say I'm an Indian first.
नहीं कश्मीर कहां पर है?
नहीं. When I say that you're an Indian first, you say it. No, I'm an Indian first.
आप मुंबई स्टूडियो में बैठे, मैं आपको बोलूंगा.
आप बैठ के पाकिस्तानी लैंग्वेज यूज कर रहे हैं वहां पे. मैं आपको छोड़ दूंगा.
मैं भी आपको छोड़ूंगा नहीं. मैं भी आपको छोड़ूंगा नहीं.
Anyway,
अप्रैल से कितने पाकिस्तानियों को प्लेटफॉर्म दिया? पहले आप इस बात का जवाब दीजिए.
जिहादी भाई साहब,
आपने पाकिस्तानियों को प्लेटफॉर्म दिया.
जिहादी भाई साहब.
No, one minute. One minute. Just 1 minute. I like to go to Ratan Sharda here for a moment. Sanju, 1 minute. Abid, listen to me now. Listen to me. No, 1 minute. मैं कहीं नहीं भाग रहा. मैं आपके सामने बैठा.
Asking you, why did you say Azad Kashmir?
No. I'm saying, why did you say Azad Kashmir?
Why did you say Azad Kashmir? Please tell me.
आप मुझे बताइए.
Ratan Sharda, you ask him directly.
यहाँ पाकिस्तानी पैनलिस्ट की जरूरत नहीं. आप खुद ही आजाद की बात कर रहे हो. बात नक्सलवाड़ी की और ये पहलगाम लेकर आते हो, उस पे गवर्नमेंट ने एक्शन लिया तब आपको तकलीफ, एक्शन रोका तब आपको तकलीफ. आपको बेसिकली टेररिस्ट के ऊपर एक्शन लिया तो आपको तकलीफ है. आप क्या कंपेयर कर रहे हो? आप नक्सलवाड़ी को कश्मीर से कंपेयर कर रहे हो. आप वहां के वायलेंस और कश्मीर के फॉरेन टेररिस्ट से मुकाबला कर रहे हो. आप कहना क्या चाहते हो? आपसे पूछा क्या आप माओइस्ट के खत्म होने पर खुश है कि दुखी है? साफ दिख रहा है कि आप दुखी हो कि नक्सल खत्म हो रहे हैं, क्योंकि आपकी यूपीए गौर के अंदर, आपके एनएसी के अंदर उनके प्रेमी उस कमेटी में थे. आपके लोगों के समय आपके नेता मारे गए तब भी आपने मुंह नहीं खोला. जब महेंद्र कर्मा मारा गया, कांग्रेस का लीडर सल्ला जुड़ूंगा, तब भी आप नहीं बोले.
बिरयानी खाने कौन गए थे?
अपने प्रांत में, अपने स्टेट में आपके लीडर मारे जाते हैं तो आपका प्रेम लेफ्ट के लिए उमड़ता है, आपका प्लेन माउस के लिए उमड़ता है. आप पीछे पहलगाम को लगे उसको डिलीट करना चाहते हो क्योंकि आपका दुख है कि माउस मरे क्यों, क्योंकि सब जगह आप उनके साथ खड़े हो. जेएनयू में राहुल गांधी उनके साथ खड़ा है, आपके जामिया मिलिया में उनके साथ खड़ा है. वही लोग जो बोलते हैं देश के टुकड़े हो, इंशाल्लाह उनके साथ आप खड़े हो. आपको नक्सलवाड़ी, उनके नक्सलों की मौत पे गम क्या हो रहा है? आप नक्सलवाड़ी में वायलेंस सही है कि गलत जो हो रहा है? लोग इनोसेंट मारे जा रहे हैं. आपको पता है 4000 इनोसेंट सिविलियन मारे गए 2000 से 2024 में. आपको पता है 2500 सिक्योरिटी के लोग मारे गए यहाँ पर नक्सल के एरिया में. आपका खून नहीं जलता, आपका मन नहीं रोता. सिविलियन मारे जाते हैं, आपका मन नहीं रोता. सिक्योरिटी वाले मारे जाते, मन नहीं रोता. आज अगर माउइस्ट मरे, आज आपके छाती पीट रहे हो, आंसू बहा रहे हो. कैसा आपका दिल है कि आपके नागरिक के लिए नहीं रोता? आपका दिल इसलिए नहीं रहा कि पहलगाम में टेररिस्टों ने हिंदुओं को मारा. आपका दिल इसलिए रोया कि भारत ने पाकिस्तान पे हमला किया, इसलिए आपका आजाद कश्मीर याद आ रहा है. कहाँ की कौन सी लॉजिक ले गए हैं आप? बात करिए, आप नक्सल के लोगों के मारे जाने के साथ हो या नहीं हो? आप इसका जवाब दो. आप खुशी मनाओगे सीआरपीएफ मरे तब, आप खुशी मनाओगे नक्सल मारे तब? बताइए.
नहीं, मसूद अजहर को किसने
कश्मीर को फिर मत लाइए बीच बीच में. आज नक्सल की बात हो रही है, नक्सल की बात करिए.
क्यों नहीं?
जो सब्जेक्ट होता है उसको छोड़िए मत. अगर दम है आप में तो नक्सल के लोगों की जो वायलेंस का अंत हो रहा है उसके बारे में बोलिए.
I want to make one more point.
I ask him just
Ratan Sharda, I want to make one more point, please. I want to make one more point, and then can you all just give me 30 seconds to focus on this part of the debate?
Don't deviate the debate.
Just 1 minute. I want 30 seconds to focus on the right part of the debate. I have great faith in the leadership of our government. I have great faith in the intent of the Home Minister Amit Shah. And what we need to understand that we must all be happy because a lot of groups will be finished now. I'll tell you a list of groups which will be finished. Overground workers of terrorists in Kashmir and elsewhere in the country. Their homes will be bombed, demolished, they'll be finished, they'll be jailed, they will have nowhere to go. They have made so much money by being overground workers, इनकी हिम्मत नहीं होगी बाहर आने की. Secondly, all sleeper cells of terrorists will be finished. All urban Naxals and their supporters in universities will have to hide. The Tukre gang will have nowhere to go. Sarjil Imam types, chicken's neck belongs to Muslims and all that. These radical Islamist groups will be finished. FCRA frauds, that is NGOs surviving on FCRA money, FCRA fraud club will be finished. The dirty NGOs group, the anti-national YouTubers, the Maoists, the pro-Pakistan groups and the PFI surrogates, all will be finished. Only then, Abid, will India become great. Right? India has to become great. इन सबको खत्म करना पड़ेगा और खत्म हो जाएंगे अभी, बस चंद महीनों की बात है. उसके बाद जितना रोना धोना आप लोगों को करना है, आपको करना है, आप करिए, no problem. But we'll be great. और by the way, इसके साथ साथ जो गजवाए हिंद ग्रुप है, जो गजवाए हिंद ग्रुप है, they are also going to go. So it has to, we have to unite the country.
ये तो नोटबंदी के टाइम भी बोला गया कि आतंकवाद
this is हो जाएगा ना.
कहां से आए?
आप नहीं चाहते. Why are you unhappy? Raman, I want to bring Raman in. Raman, I'm not understanding why he's unhappy. We should celebrate today, shouldn't we? But I'm showing to you people who are unhappy with the present situation.
I have very limited points. I do not want all.
Okay, I'll just get Rajshekaran and Raman and Sanju. After that, I'm coming back to you.
I am just trying to put on why these 10 points make this total approach of Amit Shah totally different. One, Sanju has already explained the number of districts which have gone down and the number of deaths which have gone down. Those have been there. It's a high impact operation. The fact is, in 2024, 287 Naxals were killed, 1,000 were arrested, 837 again were, they gave themselves over. Then the most important point, in today's operation, it was about 1.72 crore rupees of prize money on these Naxals which were killed today. The leadership is being neutralized. The development focus is on 11,503 kilometers of roads, 2,343 mobile towers, about 4,000 crore rupees plus have been used, 15,000 houses have been built. You know, all these tribal people are getting what they wanted and why there was discontent. On that, security boost is there. Major things are being done. Surrender success is continuing in Bilaspur, in other areas, in Sukma, all those things.
I'm just saying 1 minute. I'm just saying here one point which I'm making. Just give me a moment. When I'm saying that OGW sleeper cells will be finished, FCRA frauds, dirty NGOs, anti-national YouTubers, Maoist, Pro-Pak group, PFI surrogates, I mean their businesses will be finished. Their businesses will be finished. They may be there. They have every right to live where they want to. But their businesses will now be finished. And then the country will be strong.
You cannot see this operation exclusive of Operation Sindoor now. After Operation Sindoor, agar aap isko aur Operation Sindoor ko alag karke dekhenge, it would be a foolishness, because whenever the important time will come, these sleeper cells will
get activated
and start hurting you from the inside.
And these groups,
Amit Shah ji has done. It is a wonderful process. We must understand this point. General Rawat was very clear. This 0.5 enemy, which is there, the 0.5 front. Now it is 3.5. Bangladesh is also there. So this 0.5 front has to be eliminated at whatever cost it is. As a citizen of India, to damn with any human rights. To damn with human rights. Because if my country is not there, I am not there, human rights are not there, constitution is not there.
क्यों हमारे देश की आर्मी को रोका गया? क्यों सीजफायर किया गया? अगर हमारी आर्मी सक्षम थी पीओके को हासिल करने के लिए, क्यों सीजफायर किया गया? क्यों डोनाल्ड ट्रंप के कहने पे सीजफायर किया? क्यों सिंदूर के ट्रेड के नाम पे सीजफायर किया गया? बीजेपी से जवाब.
You stop using the word Azad Kashmir. First, start using the term POK. Pakistan occupied Kashmir. Use the term POK. Azad Kashmir का term use करना बंद करो. You speak the language of Pakistan. You speak the language of a radical Islamist. You speak the language of a jihadi. and you're sitting and giving lectures to the Modi government. थोड़ी शर्म आती है या नहीं? Stop talking from the playbook of Asim Munir. पाकिस्तान का नैरेटिव यहाँ पर इंडियन टेलीविजन चैनल पर पेडल करना बंद करो. आपकी औकात नहीं है कि नरेंद्र मोदी सरकार से कोई सवाल पूछ सको. You're a radical jihadi. You scratch a radical and a jihadi like you emerges from the closet. भारत माता की जय बोलने में आपको शर्म आती है. वंदे मातरम बोलने में आपको शर्म आती है. जय हिंद बोलने में आपको शर्म आती है. जनगण मन गाने में आपको शर्म आती है. You are the same lot which said that Kashmir is not a part of India. You are the same lot which had a problem when we said एक देश में एक निशान और एक संविधान होगा. You are the same lot which had a problem when we abrogated Article 370. You are the same lot which had a problem when 3 years back we unfurled the national tricolor at the Lal Chowk in Srinagar. इसलिए यहाँ बैठकर बुरहान वानी के सिंपथाइजर, याकूब मेमन के सिंपथाइजर, ओसामा बिन लादेन के सिंपथाइजर, बीजेपी को नैतिकता का भाषण देना बंद करो. We don't need certificates in nationalism from jihadis like you. Arnab, I want to make a separate point. I don't want to debate with this illiterate. I don't know why you keep getting these illiterates on your panel. Why do you get these jihadis on your panel? अंग्रेजी बोलनी आती नहीं तो हिंदी में बात करो ना. 2 शब्द अंग्रेजी के तो आप बोल नहीं पाते हो भाई साहब.
वक्तों को ज्यादा समझ नहीं
आती. तो फिर शांत रहिए. And don't you dare use गोबर भक्त. Don't you dare use
गोबर भक्त हो या अंध भक्त हो.
Don't you dare use derogatory language. औकात में रहिए भाई साहब. औकात में रहिए. आप तो 72 हूरों के पास जाएंगे ना. आपकी आसमानी किताब में लिखा है कि अर्थ इज फ्लैट. आपकी आसमानी किताब बोलती है अर्थ इज फ्लैट. आप तो 72 हूरों के पास जाएंगे ना तीनों में. You believe in flying horses. You believe in flying camels. Your holy book says you will. अरे भाई साहब शांत हो जाओ. Stop using derogatory language. और now can I come back to the main topic?
आतंकवाद कहाँ से पैदा हुआ?
Can I come back to the main topic or do I have to?
No, I think we need to go discuss what's happening with these bloodthirsty Maoist terrorists. I think these are all obfuscatory tactics. I want to bring Rajshekharan in and I want to discuss the real issue out here. The real issue is it is not easy to fight Maoist terrorism. We need the country to come together. What is Amit Shah doing? What is Narendra Modi doing? They are saying we are going to fight both the enemy outside and the enemy within. And this is going to be a very interesting phase of this fight. And I believe Rajshekharan and all of us in the country must come together and build some kind of national consensus. Whatever we need to do, we have to do. If we have to unleash the army, we unleash the army. If we have to book all the people who do the propaganda, if we have to have an operation all out against the Maoists, then we have to do it. There is no other way. You know, how did, in America, for example, how was the Ku Klux Klan eliminated? How was it eliminated?
You always get these...
Rajshekharan.
I just want to congratulate the NIA for
audio
terrorist. That is different. But the Modi government...
Audio is really bad. I'll get your audio back and come back to you. Will, do you believe that, you know, the kind of time that you have had as an advocate, maybe making these claims and supporting terrorists is now a fact thing of the past, you know? We find it very interesting that you use human rights language for people who bomb schools and butcher civilians. But, Will, there's no buy-in for that anymore. This is very 1980s, 1990s kind of argument. Today we have very strong internal security doctrine. There are going to be no buyers for this logic that you're presenting today. I don't think even in courts you're going to have any buyers for this.
Well, if I have got any bias, it is favoring the constitution only for sure, number one.
Okay, secondly, I want to ask you something. Will, recruiting child soldiers, how is it constitutional? Recruiting child soldiers and telling them how to bomb people, teaching them how to kill people, how is that constitutional?
About that, my answer is this. I will be the last person to support terrorism in any form.
Okay.
Secondly...
But you will not support terrorism, but you will support terrorists.
Never. I never
You won't support their actions, but you will support them.
Never. My only point is on the procedure.
So tell me one thing. Tell me one thing. If you, since you're talking about procedure, since you're talking about procedure, do you believe?
Enlighten us.
Do you believe, Will, that the procedure the Americans used to kill Osama was wrong?
Because the point is this.
No, answer the question. Will, I caught you. Will, listen. Will, listen. I've caught you really bad today. My question is very simple. Do you believe that the procedure used by America, by the CIA to kill Osama bin Laden was wrong?
Whatever I know is from the news. If I have definite information,
No, 1 minute. Don't avoid the question, Will.
No.
Don't avoid the question, Will. Osama is dead. But do you believe that the Americans who went into Abbottabad in an Apache plane and killed him right there, point blank, killed him, tuck, finished, took his body and dumped it into the sea? Do you think they did a wrong thing?
Sir, without having definite knowledge about the facts.
Yeah, avoiding the question, Will. Avoiding the question, Will.
Not at all.
Avoiding the question. Ratan Shah, avoid. No.
Not at all.
Avoiding the question.
One thing more. I want to say something more. Terrorism is an issue that should be addressed.
What is this argument? It makes no sense to me.
No, please tell me, sir. You give me the procedure. You give me constitutional procedure. How to nab a Naxal terrorist. How to get him to surrender his arms when he's firing bombs at you, firing guns at him. Please give me the procedure. You're a constitutional lawyer. Give me the constitutional methodology. When I am being killed, what should I do? They didn't kill him in the dark. They were attacked and they were killed. So tell me the procedure, please.
No, frankly speaking, I don't know exactly what happened there.
Oh,
as a lawyer,
you don't know procedure, you don't know what happened, you don't know there is a fight, direct fight between police and CRPF and the Naxals. You don't know that. Why you are talking about here the human rights and constitutional rights? Because you talk of procedure, you don't know any encounter which happened all these years. Are you not aware how the Congress leader was killed?
No, as a lawyer, there must be logic. I mean, there is no law without logic.
What are you talking about?
As a lawyer, if I am making a comment,
all these years,
I want to make
on the debate. You either say
as
that
a lawyer,
the killing of the politicians was wrong, killing of Mahinder Karma was wrong, killing of CRP was wrong. First admit that. Then come to the next stage. How to stop it? Please tell me that. Tell the government what is the procedure to...
Yeah.
Can I start?
Give the procedure.
My point is this.
Tell the procedure then if you don't know.
I will say.
You
please permit me to say. Please permit me to say, sir. I will say. First thing is this. As a lawyer, I am bound to say, based on definite information, definite evidence. That is a procedure. Because just on hearsay, I cannot make a comment. But as far as terrorism is concerned, let me complete. It is a global issue.
It is a global issue.
We have to address it globally.
Will, I want to ask you something, Will. Your party, which you support, which is the Communist Party of India, and you know D. Raja, I know D. Raja. Okay? And you support the Communist Party of India. You have every right to have your political leanings as an advocate. I don't have a problem with that.
I'm sorry, I'm totally neutral. If I have got any kind of allegiance, that is to the Constitution only. Definitely only for the Constitution. Nothing more.
Okay.
Please.
Okay, then let me ask you this. The party called the Communist Party of India, which you say you are not a member of, or has called the killing of the Maoist terrorist an extrajudicial action carried out under the guise of counter-insurgency operations. Do you agree with this view?
Only they can say. I cannot say anything, any comment on that.
So you support...
But can you comment the past acts of the Naxals?
Okay, so here's... Okay, since this is a... 1 minute. Let me understand what you're saying, Will. You're saying that if there are 10 terrorists in front of you and terrorists who cut the stomachs of dead people and put bombs in them, these people have their guns pointed at you, you should go with the Constitution in one hand and you should say, I'll also give you my cheek, slap me and take the Constitution, let's talk.
Put another bomb on me.
This is your procedure?
I never said so. I never said so.
Explain the procedure. How would you react to that situation?
No. Every effort should be taken.
No, effort? What effort?
That's my point.
Please
every
explain.
Efforts. I'm repeating.
What effort, Baba? These are killers, terrorists, rapists, extortionists.
You look at the screen on your side, see
because
what they are
we
doing.
cannot say.
So, Sanju.
If you can't say anything, then why are you debating, sir?
Sanju.
You know, Arnab, I want to just say one thing to you. Do you remember the Bhima Koregaon incident in 2017? You know, when that Yelgar Parishad event was held, it was basically with a intent to assassinate the then, and the current Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And I clearly remember, from Akar Patel to Arundhati Roy to Kanhaiya Kumar, you know, this entire gang which says, Afzal hum sharminda hai, tere qatil zinda hai, inshallah, inshallah. This entire Afzal Premi gang, they shed copious tears at the death of Stan Swami. Till today, the Afzal Premi Naxalite gang has not condemned Sudha Bhardwaj, who's an accused in the Yelgar Parishad incident. They have not condemned Sudhir Dhawale, who's an accused, Surendra Gadling, who's an accused, Vernon Gonzalez, who's an accused, Varavara Rao, who's an accused, Arun Ferreira, who's an accused, Gautam Navlakha, who's an accused, Anand Teltumbre, who's an accused, Mahesh Raut, who's an accused, and accused for what? Accused for a plot to assassinate Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The likes of Akar Patel dismissed it as a conspiracy. Arundhati Roy, who says India occupied Kashmir, said the Yelgar Parishad was a peaceful event and had no plans to assassinate Prime Minister Modi. This is the same lot which actually today is shedding copious tears at the fact that Basavaraju has been neutralized.
I think the operational word is decisive. And the Congress government was not decisive. And Manmohan Singh, the friend of Yasin Malik, did nothing to tackle the problem of Maoist terrorism, which he called the greatest internal security problem of the country. So, as far as this issue is concerned, he was an absolute failure. You have the Modi government, which is working very hard. Ladies and gentlemen, let's stop being politically correct on terrorism. Let all the sleeper cells and their members be identified. And I want to go to a breaking news story before I close today, which is a Srinagar-bound Indigo flight. We have some dramatic visuals. Indigo flight. More than 220 people on board. Such huge turbulence mid-air that the pilot had to report emergency to air traffic control. Is the ambience on these audios? Listen to this. This is the kind of turbulence that there was on the Indigo flight today. Ladies and gentlemen, one more video. It's a really scary situation inside that Delhi-Srinagar flight. And I want to see such a bad damage that the nose of the plane came off. It was such a terrible situation. The nose of the plane has fallen off. We do not have complete explanation from video on how this happened. How can the nose of a plane fall off because of turbulence? And what is the advanced information that airlines know about turbulent situations as far as weather? We have such advanced warning systems on weather. And we are told these are very stable planes. What is Indigo doing? The DGCA has also ordered an investigation against Indigo, and Indigo is just doing a lot of PR these days, talking about how great they are. They really owe the people of the country an explanation. The plane's nose falls off because of turbulence. Do the passengers of this country not deserve an answer from Indigo, from the air traffic controller, from the civil aviation authorities? Ladies and gentlemen, the most worrisome story of the day. What happened to Indigo Airlines? I hope the Indigo CEO talks about that and doesn't just keep making PR noises at opportune times. Ladies and gentlemen, story we are tracking tonight. This is Republic. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night and goodbye.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
लाल रंग इसका अपार, तीखा कम है फिर भी स्वाद, बेमिसाल बेमिसाल MDH कश्मीरी,
MDH कश्मीरी,
MDH